Dustin is the head of household. Who will he nominate for eviction? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 8 Political Bait. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 8 Political Bait. It's day 45 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Dustin is the head of household, but the NDP is not guaranteed safety because Alex dissolved Parliament, meaning it is an individual game. Who will Dustin nominate for eviction? We'll find out shortly. But first, I want to really quickly wish a happy birthday, or happy belated birthday, to Stephanie from Season 7. Season 7's double eviction victim. And I actually didn't know it was her birthday coming up. I wouldn't have pegged her for an Aquarius, but Aquariuses are very hit and miss. They're, some are great, some suck. Case in point, there's an example of that in an earlier season. But anyway, so Stephanie, yes, it is your birthday. Happy birthday. I just quoted The Office there. And she did speak in the alumni chat, which means she's alive, which means for the Pulse, congratulations, you finally earned a point, Brazil, so you're 1 and 5, and everybody else who's playing along. So congratulations, Brazil, and happy birthday, Stephanie. Okay, before I get to Glow's story time, because Glow had another long story for us about her life, I want to say that yesterday in the house, it was pretty quiet overall, but the group chats were definitely buzzing. So two things that were interesting happened. Dustin did have somebody in mind to nominate early on in the day, but he was talked off the ledge, or should I say pleaded off the ledge by that person who really did not want to go up. And another thing that happened was there's 5 alliance chats, and one of them was leaked in terms of who's in it. I'm not going to say who leaked it or to who, because loose lips sink ships for that person. But if you're in one of the 5 alliances, just so you know, there's a 1 in 5 chance yours is the one that got leaked. Whoops. Okay, so let's get to Glow's story time. So Glow, out of the blue, I didn't even ask her for one. She just decided to, start talking. And so let's see what she has to say. Hey y'all, it's me fucking Glow. Anyway, it's time for some story time. Glow is turning sweet 16 and has never been kissed. Glow wasn't attracted too much to boys because she was such a tomboy. But at the age of 16, Glow was hanging out with a young man who was 17 who lived around the corner and was always working on cars. He taught her many things like changing tires, changing lube and such. His name was Larry King, and he showed up at Glow's Sweet 16 birthday party. He gave Glow a 45 record called Young Girl, Get Out of My Mind. A few weeks later, he asked Glow to go to the movies, where they would go see an Elvis Presley movie called Blue Hawaii. Now, I just saw the Elvis Presley movie recently. Yeah, continuity error, Glow. Larry King was about 6'3" with golden blonde hair and was so handsome. Glow was finally entering a phase of attraction and developed a crush on young Larry King. As the two of them were sitting in movies side by side, he took his arm and draped it around Glow's shoulders. Then he reached over and threw something called a French kiss right on Glow unexpectedly. Are we heading down the 50 Shades route? Glow screamed out, "What are you doing, Larry King? Why are you sticking your tongue in my mouth?" The people in the theater were in hysterics, laughing at boastful screaming Glow. Larry King was in pure shock, not even knowing how to react. I actually haven't read this in advance. It's much more fun to read it live on the air. She said, "Don't you ever do that again. It's gross." Little did she know as she grew older that she would one day long for a French kiss from the man of her dreams, Curtis. You see, Glow had never heard of the word French kiss and had always been a tomboy and was always looked at as one of the guys. But evidently Larry had other ideas for little tomboy Glow, and little did she know that Larry King would be a big part of her life for years to come. Glow and Larry King never went on a date for several years because Glow led a sheltered life, and knew little about French kisses and screwing with men in back seats of cars. Glow was a virgin until the age of 21. Larry joined the army in a couple of years and was in the Vietnam War. When he returned home from the war, Glow and Larry King ran into each other at the baseball game I was pitching at. Oh, you're a pitcher now. Started dating for about a year. Glow was crazy about Larry King, but she refused passes when he wanted to enter her into her body sexually. He tried, but she never gained access inside of Glow's body. Glow would shut him down and said, "Cool it!" Glow believed sex was for marriage only. Being a whore and prostitute is for the Laura Secords and Lady Godivas of the world. I guess Larry King gave up another girl he could have sex with, married that girl, and they had 2 gorgeous daughters. Larry King and Glow ran into each other in a pharmacy store when they were around 35 or 36 years old, so about 100 years ago. Guess what? They had sex every chance they got and dated for a couple of years. So you're a homewrecker. Great. Guess what happened? Glow was not supposed to be medically able to have any children after her first 3 because she got her tubes tied, and Larry King unknowingly gifted Glow with pregnancy in her late 30s and had a little girl named Wendy. The one you see on the box on the hamburger. The greatest gift is that Wendy is my youngest daughter, an angel from heaven. And guess what? Larry King's 2 daughters became a big part of Wendy's life, and they adore her, and they are all close. Wendy is now 32 years old, they have to update the boxes, and is still gorgeous and married to the love of her life. Oh, I forgot to tell the fairy tale ending to the story. Larry King's last name was Pain, as in pain in my ass. So his full name was Larry Payne King. He walked away from Glow and Wendy, but he did pay child support for 18 years. Glow can surely say that. Moral of the story, oh dear, is as your daughters are getting older, know who they're dating so they don't end up like their daddy and mommy. When Wendy was born, his ex-wife shows up and says, "Glow, my daughters want to see their baby sister." They became a part of my family with no Larry King in it, and his own daughters disowned their father for not being a father to little Wendy, and they are family to my family to this day. Who got the best deal? Glow. Did she? She got little Wendy, now 32 years old, and adores her mom, Glow. And Larry King and his pain ass is a pain in my ass. All of this story is very, very true, believe it or not. Andrew, if you don't believe it, kiss my snow globe ass. Glow over and out. Okay, I will say that the vast majority of this story is believable. Not so much the fact that she dated Larry King, but clearly a man. Mind you, Larry King had like 8 wives, so it wouldn't surprise me if they dated. Not sure how much I believe in the whole Glow's a pitcher thing, but that's okay. So anyway, now it's time to get to the rules to the next Golden Power Veto competition. This weekend's Golden Power Veto competition is non-live, but you will be submitting your submissions to Javier from Season 7, who is joining us for the weekend. Everybody welcome him. He finished in 5th place in Season 7. Could have won if Brooke didn't nominate him at Final 5. Whoops! He warned her. So he will be the second middleman of the season, following, I believe, Curtis. And you'll be sending your submissions to him. This is the first and only creative competition of the season. I'm very excited about it. It is slightly politically themed, so hopefully you like politics. It is called Big Brother Captions. And here's how it works. In a moment, I'm going to be showing you a series of photos with a speech bubble. Here are the photos. It is your job to fill in the 20 speech bubbles with a phrase or quote or caption that you think is the funniest thing you can possibly come up with. Each quote that you submit must be 10 words or less. Be very careful about that. We're looking for 10 words or less. You have until 12 p.m. or noon Eastern Standard Time Saturday to privately message them to Javier. Javier will then send them to myself. I will score them, and then Javier will let me know who is who, and I will send them to the other judges. We have 9 judges. We have 1 judge from each of the first 7 seasons of Big Brother Cheesecake, myself, and nobody will know who submitted what, and my Aunt Maya, who is my aunt's sister, and I am going to be seeing her on Saturday night when we go to the Keg, which is a steakhouse in Canada, which is absolute sex. I can't wait to have the Keg. I can't wait to have the table bread. I can't wait to have the shrimp cocktail and the French onion soup and the bacon wrapped scallops, and of course the steak and the béarnaise sauce and the garlic mashed potatoes. Freaking love it all. It's gonna make Rhonda so jealous, but I freaking love the Keg. Okay, where was I? And the bet. Honestly, when it comes to sangria, which I know is a fruity drink and blah blah blah, but look at me, I'm fruity. The Keg has the best out of all the restaurant chains. The best red sangria. Freaking amazing. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, so you're gonna submit it to Javier, who will send it to me. I will score it. The other judges will score it. We are going with pageant scoring. I'm a big Miss USA, Miss Universe, Miss Teen USA fan. It was great back in the 90s. It went down under Donald Trump, and it's even worse now, in my opinion. But how pageant scoring works, the lowest score you can get is an 8.00, which means, thank you for winning your state pageant. You're very pretty, but you're not Miss USA material. To a 9.99, which is a perfect score. So 8.00 to 9.99. You get 9 scores, 1 from each judge. The highest score and the lowest scores are dropped, and the other scores are averaged to create your composite score. So it's kind of like figure skating, except the Russians don't always win. Whoever has the best average score will win the Golden Power Veto competition. So a reminder, you are filling in each of the 20 speech bubbles with the funniest quote you can think of. Each quote has to be 10 words or less, and whoever has the highest score will win. If you wish to play Colossal Advantage, you must do so by 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Okay, I think that's everything with that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see these submissions. Now, if everybody's ready, it's time to get to the nomination ceremony. Hello there, it's me, Dustin, aka Robert Hansen from Grace and Frankie. I have won Head of Household for the 3rd time this season, which I believe is the most out of any of my fellow Grace and Frankie counterparts. And I'm very excited to be making nominations once again. It's my duty as Head of Household to name 2 of my fellow house guests for eviction. To nominate them, that is. Since Alex has dissolved Parliament, now everybody is at risk, and I will read the names of the 6 house guests who are safe, followed by the 2 nominees. Good luck, everyone. Penny, you are safe. Gina, you are safe. Zachy, you are safe. Curtis, you are safe. Glow, you are safe. This leaves Jonathan, Davey, and Alex. 1 of you is safe, 2 of you are nominated. Alex, you are safe, which means Dustin has nominated Jonathan and Davey for eviction. Let's see what Dustin has to say. Let me find what Dustin has to say. Sorry, everyone, I'm on a plane. I just got out of the bathroom. I had airplane sex with my hot bum blaster husband, Saul, aka Monty, and the flight attendants either had no idea or they're used to it. Anyway, here's my speech. This was a very difficult week. There's only 9 of us left, and so it's going to get much harder from here on out. My nominees are Jonathan and Davey. I feel like I had very slim pickings this round, even with the dissolve of Parliament, and I have to do what's best for me, myself, and I moving forward. You are, and of course Saul. You are both such genuine and funny guys, and I wish you the best of luck in the veto. This nomination ceremony is adjourned. So, Dustin has nominated Jonathan and Davey for eviction, but the Golden Power Veto can still change the nominations. Only 6 house guests will be participating in the Golden Power Veto competition. The head of household Dustin, the 2 nominees Jonathan and Davey, and 3 house guests selected in a random draw. If I draw the names of Dustin, Jonathan, or Davey, they will get to choose a house guest to play with them, a la house guest choice. This is the Veto Lottery. This is so exciting. So excited. A reminder, there is an extra slip in here for Dustin from Becky's birthday surprise, so you have a slightly higher chance of being drawn, Dustin. Not that you need it, but anyway, yeah, you're head of household and you already have the veto vault. But anyway, here we go. First up, we have... This area is really busy. Oh, wow! It happened! Dustin, this was the slip that Becky... that you wanted Becky's birthday surprise when you negotiated with Curtis and Penny. So you get to choose a house guest to play with you. And this also means that this is now out of play. Please do not take forever because it's a creative competition and I want everybody to have a fair chance. So please pick somebody as soon as possible. Don't take all day. Don't be a Krista from season 3. My God, she took all day. She made a pros and cons list and then she flipped a coin and it was a freaking big disaster. Anyway, but shout out to Krista. Next up we have... Oh wow, Glow! You are playing in the Golden Power Veto competition. Glow, your disadvantage is... what was it? I want to make sure I get it right. I don't want to say anything wrong. Your score is reduced by 0.1. So your score is reduced by 0.1, your average final score. Okay, and finally, we have... Oh, let's do this one. Alex! You got bumped last week, but you are playing this week. So, playing in this week's Golden Power Veto competition is Dustin, Jonathan, Davey, a house guest selected by Dustin, Glow, and Alex. Okay, with that said, tomorrow is Extra Whip, where Sean will join Michael, Corey, Rhonda, Joanne, and myself to dish the dirt. Sunday is the Golden Power Veto competition results, where I'm very excited to see what everybody submitted. Monday is the Golden Power Veto ceremony. Tuesday, the final 2 nominees will plead their case. And Wednesday is the next live eviction and head of household competition, where another house guest will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 8 house, get impeached from Congress, lose their shot at the $800 cash prize, and become the first member of the jury. I'm Andrew Chesamoonves. Take care, and remember, politicians are people who, when they see light at the end of the tunnel, go out and buy some more tunnel. Good night.